Okay, so it has been a while since our last vlog. A year, in fact. A lot of stuff has happened. One of them being that something is happening in the world, and Brandon and I have not been able to see each other. Last time we were together was 2 months ago. It's been challenging. It's been hard being apart. We've, FaceTimed and visited, staying 6 feet apart, but it just doesn't replace it. The good news is that he's on his way here right now. We're about to be back together after 2 months, and we're both very, very excited. My heart's actually pounding. Okay, he's here. Okay, wait. Stay there. Look at it.
Quarantine here.
I've been waiting to do that too. So I didn't mention the biggest news of all.
Okay.
But if they've watched the previous video, they already know.
I think you could show them.
We're engaged. We've been engaged.
Yeah.
For
a year.
A year. We just haven't vlogged. We were busy and didn't feel the call on our life in that season, but now with wedding plans underway and us being just over a year out, we figured we'd pick up the camera again. If you haven't watched the engagement video and you want to cry,
you might have been doing a lot of that already.
You want to keep crying,
you need a good reason for it.
It's up there somewhere. Ready to go hold him up? Gonna go pick up a book. We'll be right back. Okay, that was a bust. The book's not released for another 2 weeks, so I can't pick it up yet. Even though I did get the arrival email. Now we're going to the bank, and then your house. Because we haven't vlogged in a while, there's a lot of footage that we collected, but didn't use. And I don't want it to go to waste, so I want to kind of throw it together right now. What you're gonna see is the hot air balloon ride that Brandon planned to propose with, then it didn't work out that way.
It didn't. But someone else got engaged on that ride.
Yeah, and it was very awkward. It's just some aerial footage of the ground and some people yelling hi to us and stuff.
And cows mooing.
I don't think I got that.
Oh, well, cows were mooing.
When we flew over some cows, they were mooing at us like, they were not pleased, basically.
No, they were not.
And then over the summer last year, I filmed a hockey video applying for a job that I'm kind of happy now I didn't get. But I used Brandon, and he was great, very funny. So there's some clips of that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
As well as some birthday footage. Brandon's 28th. He's an old man now.
I'm old.
Yeah.
You can tell by my hair.
So, enjoy.
When you have these special shapes, have all the corners and stuff on it, they tend to wear out really quick and stuff like that.
How come they're
Cooling down a little.
Yeah, it's nice. Whoa.
Sorry, jumpy.
Hello! Hello!
What's up?
Those sad letters.
We can get up to, on a normal passenger flight, about 30, 35 knots.
What do you dislike about the Habs?
What do you like about the Habs? You're from Toronto, you were born here. This doesn't make any sense, man.
What? How does hockey bring us closer together?
You know, I think hockey has been a staple of our relationship, and me making sure not to offend sensitive Canadian fans too much because they can't handle their team losing all the time. Next question.
Your name?
Brandon.
Brandon?
Yeah.
It's actually Montana's. We have Brandon celebrating his birthday. Let's give him a round of applause.
One, two, three, birthday boy, celebrating his birthday. That's awesome. That's all. Birthday girl. Happy birthday.
Thank you. What? Is this what I think it is?
So it's the sushi set.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, with our wedding colors.
This is awesome. It's so nice.
I've had that since like last July.
Last July.
Yeah.
It's got the little.
Isn't that cool?
It's awesome. Oh my gosh.
So we can use that for us when we're married.
It's perfect.
And it's like actually from Japan.
Actually from Japan.
Like made in Japan.
Yeah, I see it in Japan.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So it's a little later now. I have a question for you.
Alright.
I guess it's not a question. I want you to explain how the proposal was supposed to go.
For those who don't know the story, because we actually didn't even say it in our engagement video, we just showed you what actually happened. I had actually planned for us to go on a hot air balloon. We had that ride for months before to go on.
You got it for our second anniversary.
Yeah, and so it kept getting delayed because you basically need to have perfect conditions for this thing to work. It kept getting delayed every single time, and how it works is if you're going in the morning, the night before you have to call and see if they're actually going to be going, or if you're going in the evening, you gotta call the day of to see if you're going. So I waited up till after 11 to see if the balloon would be flying that night. I knew that I was going to propose the next morning. That was my plan A, doing a hot air balloon. My plan B was what ended up actually happening. Brooke, she knew that I was going to propose, but I didn't tell her. She just like figured it out because
That's like a whole other video.
That's a whole
of
other
how
video.
I knew, but yeah.
I called that night and found out that it wasn't happening. So Brooke was already sleeping at this time. So I texted and said, the hot air balloon's not a go, so we're not gonna do that, but I'm still gonna come by at like this time, whatever. And then I texted all of her friends in our group chat saying, we're gonna do plan B, this is what we're gonna do.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, is this man gonna get down on one knee in this basket? Because that did not happen with the couple on the flight, because there's no room. You're in these little tight pockets in this basket. There's just no kneeling room.
Yeah, just to be clear, I had no idea what this thing would actually look like.
I
right?
knew he didn't know. I knew it. And so when he's like, it's not a go, I'm like, okay, at least he can get down on one knee.
Yeah, but she also didn't know what my plan B was at all.
No, I had no idea. So once again, if you haven't watched the engagement video and you want to keep crying, it's linked somewhere.
We finally got back together after 2 months, and as you know, there's a lot of things that people aren't able to do, like get haircuts, and so the next video, Brooke is going to be giving me a haircut. So stay tuned for whatever.
I don't know, I don't know, I'm
be.
scared. I'm sorry in advance.
I'm scared
Prior apologies. Thanks so much for watching. We have a new closer. Do you remember what it is?
No, I don't. Ah, right.
1, 2, 3. You're meant to be here. My friend Sam told me this joke yesterday, and I want to do it on you and see if you can figure it out. Okay? Will you remember me in 6 seconds?
Yeah?
Will you remember me in 6 minutes?
Yeah?
Will you remember me in 6 hours?
Yeah?
Will you remember me in 6 days?
Yeah?
Will you remember me in 6 months? Or, sorry, 6 weeks.
Yeah?
Will you remember me in 6 months?
Yeah?
Will you remember me in 6 years?
Yeah?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
You forgot me already.